Hi, I'm Tori Mystic, and you're listening to the Wear, Wag, Repeat podcast, the only show dedicated to supporting women in all areas of the pet industry. Welcome to The Short Leash. This is my monthly series. I do one a month that is 10 minutes or less, and I call this series The Short Leash. It's all about reeling you back in so you can focus on what is going to make an impact in your business. And for this short leash episode in February, we are still in our Q1 money theme. So I thought today I would share with you my top 3 money books. I'm just going to tell you what they are and give you a really quick rundown of what a difference they have made for me. But then it's on you to figure out which book you really want to read. Personally, I get all my books from the library, and I've gotten all of these books from the library, but you can also find them online or at a local bookseller, perhaps. Just check around. And of course, all the links are in the show notes. So let's dive into it because we're keeping it short today. So the top business book, or money book, I should say, for me has to be Profit First by Mike Michalowicz. So this is the Profit First accounting system. If you're a member of Wear, Wag, Repeat Society, you know all about this because this is our February focus topic, and we just had a guest expert explain to us exactly how to implement the Profit First system. But you can also learn this from Mike's book. So the Profit First system is a way of doing your accounting where you set up 5 different bank accounts. I know this sounds crazy, but you have one bank that you're using, and then in that bank, you've got like 5 different buckets, right? And it's really important that you use a bank that doesn't charge you fees for having low balance or zero balance even. And you use these different buckets to put money aside for your operating expenses, your owner's compensation, your taxes, and your profit. And then, of course, there's a bucket for your business income where all those distributions are coming from. So I know it sounds a little bit complicated, but I swear to you, I love this book and I love this system. It has helped me to actually enjoy doing my accounting, which is a crazy statement coming from me. I used to hate doing this. I used an Excel spreadsheet or a Google Sheet spreadsheet or something, and I hated doing my invoicing and my accounting, and I just had money I hadn't collected on, and it was just a disaster. So I highly recommend checking out Profit First. It almost turns your accounting every month into a little game. I first listened to this as an audiobook. However, I would really recommend that you get the print book because we're talking about numbers here. So you're going to want to kind of go back a few pages and cross-reference. And as you set it up, it can be a little bit confusing. I think you need the hard copy for this one. Number 2 on my top 3 money books is We Should All Be Millionaires by Rachel Rodgers. This was recommended to me about a year ago by my friend Jen, who runs the blog Long Haul Trekkers. She's an awesome dog blogger and now a dog trainer, and she recommended this book to me. This is one I think you could totally do the audiobook for. I love this book. I read it about 1 year ago, and it's all about how we should all be millionaires because as women, and especially as big-hearted, caring women in the pet industry, our money makes a big difference in the world. We're not out here blowing it on champagne tables at nightclubs and stuff like some bro. No, when you and I make a lot of money, we give back to nonprofits. We support animal rescues. We shop local. We buy good quality things, and we support each other in our community. So this is kind of what this book is about. But what I really love about it and why I think you have to read it or listen to it is that Rachel, she is a baller and she has this amazing challenge. I think it's towards the end of the book. And she also runs some kind of online a membership or community of some kind herself. And she challenged the people in her community to go out and make a lot of money in like 10 days. I think it was like a 10K 10-day challenge or something like that. So when I read this book last year, it really inspired me, and I actually took her advice and I did a smaller scale version of her challenge. And looking back at my numbers last March, which is right after I read this book, it was my best month last year. So I would highly recommend checking out We Should All Be Millionaires. It's going to change your mindset and it's going to get you really excited. If you feel like you need a little bit of a fire lit under your butt, this book will do it for you. All right, and now number 3 on my list is a book called Buy the Change You Want to See. That is by Jane Mossbacker Morris. And I actually met Jane in person a few years ago in 2019 at the Alt Summit conference in Palm Springs. This book is all about making conscious choices with your money. And it's all about what a huge impact consumers can make when we choose socially responsible and ethically responsible brands. But as a business owner myself, I thought it was fascinating to read what an impact you can make with your customers when you are socially and ethically responsible brand. So this book is kind of a twofer. It gives you great actionable advice, inspiring stories, and a lot of changes that you can implement as a consumer. But I think you can also implement the learnings from it in your own business. So I really love this book. The subtitle is Use Your Purchasing Power to Make the World a Better Place. So I think that's really in alignment with all of us as big-hearted pet business owners. So I will put the links to all 3 of these books in the show notes here. I'm going to cut this episode off so we can keep it nice and short. I would love to hear what you think about the Short Leash series. Make sure to come connect with me on Instagram at Wear, Wag, Repeat, and I hope you have a great rest of the week.